The other day, a woman snapped at me via DMs. She was angry and said that I was health shaming because I explained how our minds can influence the creation and healing of disease in our body. Now, there's no such thing as health shaming, fat shaming, gender shaming, or whatever other words you've heard out, because shame is an inside job, but only always. Nobody can shame you unless shame already exists within you. In simpler words, you cannot get triggered unless you were already loaded to begin with. For example, imagine that a man hits his wife, and when he's being held accountable, he says, "But she made me angry." Now, some people could argue that perhaps his wife was too insulting, poked him and prodded him, and therefore she was at fault and she in fact angered him. But the truth is that a man who doesn't carry the seeds of violence and explosive anger within will just raise an eyebrow and walk away, or draw a healthy boundary towards those provoking comments. A woman can say and do whatever she says and does, but it is the man who angers himself, and the same goes for shame. People can say and do whatever they want to do, but nobody ever shames you. The problem is that for people who have not done the inner work, most forms of accountability and feedback feel like a personal attack, because shame is one of the hardest emotions that a person can sit with. So most people react by throwing it back, trying to make the other feel bad for casting a light in the shadows. But truth, like alcohol, often burns before it heals, so never be afraid to speak it fully, and never ever buy into the lie that someone outside of you has control over what happens within you.